The questions in my personal network have changed from, hey, what's crypto and what's blockchain, to like, are you going to jail?
How do you convert PDF to JPG? I don't know. How do you convert PDF to JPG? I don't know. Well, I said.
It's been one of the toughest years I think this industry has ever seen.
What's happening with Terra USD?
Breaking news right here that Three Arrows just filed for bankruptcy.
Celsius attracted billions in deposits from 1.6 million customers, but now they can't get their money.
Crypto platform FTX filing for bankruptcy protection in the US today.
Trust by individuals in crypto right now is, I don't think it's an all-time low, but I think it's very, very low.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy year. Value of the crypto industry has come down by $2.2 trillion.
Crypto, or digital currencies, have now lost $2 trillion in value after peaking at $3 trillion in November 2021.
That's 2/3 of the market value of crypto that we lost in the last 8 months. With Cake, we've been going against the current, been trying to grow, been trying to scale, build, first of all, launching the enterprise solution. That was a really big one because it's such a complex endeavor. The office, opening up the office, creating a launch pad for growth for next year. So a big deal for us.
Today is our office opening, getting our partners and industry friends to come over to celebrate this new milestone with us.
The talent that we've hired, we've added some really good senior folks who bring in good experience to really elevate the whole group. We have some really smart people in the team, and so on a day-to-day basis, I really enjoy working with all of them. We've hired 100 people in 2022, which is a lot, and you have to keep the culture going, you have to keep the integration going, and so far I think we've done that really well. Proof of liabilities, so we just published the Merkle tree verification of your assets, so you can come to Cake DeFi and we can show you exactly where your coins are, and that's pretty unique in the market. So we've taken the level of transparency up a notch from the industry. If you want to see where your funds are, you can come to us and we will show you where your funds are. So that, I think, is a really big deal. New Year's resolutions for 2023 for Cake DeFi, threefold. I think one is we have to just keep building in terms of our internal structures. So we have to keep growing and professionalize a few things on the way we do things internally. Secondly is the enterprise solution that will be launched in Q1 officially, and then we have to build that out into a real business line for us. And thirdly, I think there's a lot of work that we're doing in the community, especially with DeFi chain. How can we make sure that DeFi chain grows into really a blockchain that can connect both Bitcoin and Ethereum ecosystem? There's a big effort there for us. So those three will be the main pillars.
With you, the sun is shining.
I went into 2022 and I still remember that super vividly. I told my wife, I said, you know, 2014 for us as a couple and for me personally was a really tough year, a lot of change. It was that year basically that got me into Singapore, that got me into blockchain. But at that point there was so much uncertainty, there was so much letting go, moving, leaving Hong Kong. It was just so difficult as a move. And then 2018 was kind of the last big crypto winter. And I was like, oh my goodness, like I have such a bad feeling for 2022. It's gonna be such a tough year. And she was like, you're having like, this is just like, you're gonna see, it's all gonna be fine. And reflecting on that, I mean, I think the company is stronger than ever. When I go about New Year resolutions, I kind of do a bit of a brain dump where I just write everything down in different kind of areas of my life, like what are financial goals, business goals, family goals, health goals. At the end, normally have like a list of 20 things because it kind of gives you that sense, hey, I at least need to do those one or two. Obviously, keeping up that motivation and just making sure people don't lose sight of that long-term goal, I think that's going to be a key thing for 2023. I mean, if it were easy, everyone would do it.